Hey YouTube, welcome back. My name's Mori and today we're breaking down 8 features that will be lost to Animal Crossing forever in just a few weeks time. Now, as I'm sure you remember, Nintendo recently confirmed their online services are shutting down, including the likes of online multiplayer functionality, which of course affects many games in a variety of ways. Just a couple of weeks ago, Nintendo finally confirmed the exact date this will happen will be April 8th, 2024, so in just under 2 months time. Now this affects the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U platforms, so as you'd expect, Animal Crossing New Leaf, which I know many of you have gone back to recently, takes a pretty heavy hit with these shutdowns. So here are 8 features Animal Crossing New Leaf loses in April. Number 1. Visiting towns. Now, like most Animal Crossing games, it's possible to visit friends and other towns over the internet. Animal Crossing New Leaf does this through the train station. Unfortunately, once April rolls around and Nintendo shuts down the online services, it will no longer be possible to use the train station to visit friends or other towns around the world over the internet. This is a pretty big deal as it interferes with the likes of touring towns, obtaining dream villages, trading furniture with friends, and various other everyday Animal Crossing activities. Number 2. Online minigames. The most obvious feature that will be lost is of course access to online lobbies at Tortimer's Island, where you would typically meet random players around the world. What's more is the ability to then go on to a tour with them to play one of the many minigames available whilst you're there, meaning some of these online tours, including bug catching, balloon hunts, gem finding, and hammer time, amongst many others, will no longer be accessible with online players from April. This is pretty significant given there's not really an alternative in New Horizons right now. Number 3. Dreams. Another popular feature that will be lost once these servers are switched off is of course dreams and dream addresses. In New Leaf, you're able to speak with Luna at the Dream Suite on Main Street to submit your town into the Library of Dreams. This will obviously no longer work and players will no longer be able to create or update their dream addresses. However, the biggest downside is that the entire Library of Dreams will be inaccessible, meaning players will never be able to visit their favourite dreams or even random dreams ever again. Presumably, Luna will simply state she can't connect to the internet from April. Number 4. Badges. Now, for those that may not know or have simply forgotten, badges are awards awarded by Phineas for reaching certain in-game milestones, not too dissimilar to Nook Miles. And unfortunately, once Nintendo shuts down their online services, some of these badges will become extremely difficult and in some cases impossible to obtain. These include the Neighborhood Traveler, World Traveler, and Space Traveler, which are all awarded for visiting other towns, Good Host, Great Host, and Goodwill Ambassador for hosting friends and other players in your town, and Dreamer, Heavy Sleeper, and Mr. Sandman for visiting towns through the Dream Suite. Some of these can still be obtained through local multiplayer, but more on that later. The Dream badges, however, will be lost completely, so if you want to earn them badges, you better get dreaming. Number 5. Best Friends. Another cool feature that was new to Animal Crossing at the time was the Best Friends feature. This allowed players to become best friends with each other and see when each other was online. This feature also allowed the players to instant message each other using text even when they weren't in each other's towns. It was great for catching up with friends or even organising trades. However, sadly, once the online servers are shut down, it will of course be impossible to message your best friends using this feature. Number 6. Katie. Now, in many of the older Animal Crossing games, it was possible to encounter Katie randomly wandering around your town. When speaking with her, you'd soon discover she was lost and looking for help to visit another town. If you help her and take her onto the train to another town, you're rewarded with exclusive items. However, Katie only arrives after you've opened your gates and visited a different town, so as you've probably guessed by now, once the servers are shut down, it will be impossible to encounter Katie after visiting a town online. This means you'll no longer be able to help her visit another town over the internet and therefore never obtain Katie's exclusive items, so a double loss. Number 7. Spot Pass. Now, a smaller feature that will also become completely inaccessible is Spot Pass. This is how Animal Crossing towns connect directly to Nintendo to receive DLC items and special Happy Home Showcase homes. The DLC items are distributed through the post office by connecting to the internet, and the special homes that were distributed through Spot Pass appear in the Happy Home Showcase. The Happy Home Showcase typically shows the houses of players you've walked past using Street Pass and allow you to visit random homes and order their furniture. The Spot Pass homes that were distributed online are the homes of Nintendo members of staff, which is pretty cool. Anyway, given Spot Pass hasn't actually distributed anything in years now, it's not the biggest loss, but if somehow someone still has any of these special Nintendo homes, there's a chance they'll be removed from their showcase if they haven't been already. Number 8. Welcome Amiibo. Now, whilst not a feature in the game, something else that will be lost once the online services shut down is of course the ability to update copies of Animal Crossing New Leaf to Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. This was the huge free update that Nintendo randomly dropped 5 years into the game's life to incorporate Amiibo functionality, add new villages and furniture, and of course add Harvey and the campground, amongst many other things. I'm pretty sure it's still possible to update older copies of New Leaf to the Welcome Amiibo version despite the eShop already having shut down, but I'm guessing this will be removed too fairly soon. So there we have it, that's pretty much everything that Animal Crossing New Leaf will lose once Nintendo shuts down the online services in April. Of course, it's worth remembering local multiplayer will continue to exist, as well as Street Pass, so some of these features, including visits and trades, can still be achieved locally if you're in the same room. So yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, please post shutdown in the comments just to let me know you did. That would be super awesome, and be sure to include whether or not you'll be revisiting Animal Crossing New Leaf between now and April. And before you go, if you'd like to see some retro Animal Crossing Let's Plays, be sure to head over to my second channel, The Mori Plays, where we're currently playing Animal Crossing Wild World and Animal Crossing City Folk alongside some Mario games. I'd love to see you over there. Thank you so much to the Patreon and channel members for supporting this content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.